You hear the word entrepreneur thrown around constantly, right? But what if the picture we all have in our heads, the tech genius, the lone visionary, is just completely wrong? Today, we're going to tear that idea down and rebuild it. Okay, so let's be honest. When I say the word entrepreneur, what image pops into your head? Is it some tech wizard in a hoodie coding the next big thing, or maybe a visionary with a world-changing invention that just appeared out of nowhere? It's time we look past all those stereotypes and get to what's real.
For a lot of us, the story goes that entrepreneurship starts with a big idea. A sudden lightning in a bottle moment of pure genius. But the reality? Well, the reality is actually way more interesting, and believe it or not, a lot more accessible to all of us.
So this is it, the big shift in thinking. The myth is all about dreaming up some brilliant abstract idea. But the reality? Oh, that's about rolling up your sleeves, finding a real-world problem people are actually dealing with, and having the drive to solve it. So let's work with a new definition, a more powerful one. Entrepreneurship is the act of solving a problem. It's about willingly stepping into the unknown, embracing the risk, and finding an opportunity hidden inside all that chaos. See the difference? It's about doing, not just dreaming. And look, to really see this idea in action, there is no better case study than the story behind one of the biggest companies on the planet, Alibaba. But before we can get to the solution, you have to understand the problem. So let's rewind the clock to 1990s China. The internet was this new kind of strange thing. The job market was really tough. And if you were a small business owner selling your stuff to anyone outside your own neighborhood, forget it. It was practically impossible. And right in the middle of all of this, you have our guy, Jack Ma. Now, get this. He wasn't a computer scientist. He wasn't some wealthy investor. He was an English teacher. He was on the ground and he saw firsthand how frustrated these small business owners were. They made great products but had absolutely no way to reach a bigger audience. And his process, when you break it down, was so beautifully simple. He didn't start with some grand plan to build a tech empire. Nope. He started by seeing a gap, a real need. Then he took action, deciding to use this new thing called the internet to build a bridge. And that simple bridge, well, that became Alibaba. The Alibaba story really reveals something profound about what it truly takes to get started. It's not about capital. It's about courage. And this is so important. Think about what he didn't have. He had zero technical background. He was not a coder. He didn't have a huge bank account. In fact, life hadn't been easy for him at all. He'd been rejected from dozens of jobs. His story is living proof that you don't need a fancy degree or a pile of cash to get started. So if it's not about the money or the tech skills, then what is it about? It's really about these three things. It's the vision to see what's missing when others don't. It's the simple willingness to just try. And maybe most important of all, it's the courage to look uncertainty right in the eye and build something anyway. That's the key right there. These aren't resources you have, they're ways you think. Now, Jack Ma's story is obviously huge. It's legendary. But this exact same spirit is a global force, and it's at work every single day on a much smaller but equally important scale. This isn't a Silicon Valley thing. It's a human thing. I mean, just take a look at a place like India. The engine that drives so much of their economy isn't just a few big tech companies. It's the local delivery services zipping through traffic, the person selling amazing food from a stall, the artisan who set up an online shop. Every single one of them is solving a problem. And when you add it all up, their economic contribution is just massive. And that's the incredible power of this problem-solving mindset. It doesn't just help the one person who starts the business, it helps everybody. It creates jobs out of thin air. It drives innovation by finding better ways to solve old problems. And at the end of the day, it creates real, tangible value for society. This quote just sums it all up perfectly, doesn't it? It's really all about a shift in perspective. Where most people just see a wall, an obstacle, an entrepreneur sees a possibility. Okay, so if there's just one thing you remember from all of this, let it be this. Entrepreneurship isn't a job title you put on a business card. It's a way of looking at the world. It's a mindset of active problem solving that absolutely anyone can develop. It doesn't matter if you're a teacher, an artist, a student, anyone. And that brings us right back around to you. So I want you to look around, really look, at your job, in your community, even just in your daily routine. What's that small frustration, that inefficiency?
that gap that everyone complains about but nobody is fixing. What problem is just sitting there, waiting for your solution?